own your media. I have been saying this for a while, and I've got proof of it. Check this out.
So let these guys duke it out. Let the big boys duke it out for the cream of the crap. Let them duke it out for the low price, the people who only want to pay low price and who are willing to put up with awfulness to do it, right? Because the future of e-commerce is not even in commerce. The future of e-commerce, commerce, business in general, I believe and submit to you, is media. Media is the future.
So that was me at TNC 2015 with way less hair and a little bit less around the middle, if you know what I mean, all right? Now, I want to acknowledge something. I think the only thing that rates higher on the douchebag-o-meter than quoting yourself in your own talk is like wearing sunglasses inside. But it's true, all right? I was freaking right. I was right, god dang it. I'm wrong a lot, so when I'm actually right, I'm gonna claim it. Media is the future. Me at TNC 2015 and me at TNC 21. Write this down. Media is anything that aggregates the attention of a definable audience in a reachable place at a predictable moment in time. This is what media does. Media is about attention aggregation. Attention aggregation. We need to aggregate the attention of a definable audience. Right person. In a reachable place, right time, at a predictable moment in time. This is what media is. This is what media does. So the question is, how do you aggregate attention today? What does it look like to aggregate attention today while owning the data and owning the message? I believe it comes down to these three things, media building in 2021. Number one, it's kind of a good, better, best. The email newsletter. Didn't expect to have your mind blown this morning, did you? The email newsletter. Number two, free community. And number three, I think truly where this is all headed, the paid community. Paid community. Let's take each one of these in turn because you can build towards. Email newsletters, again, this is good. This is good. This is a good way to own your media. But what about a podcast? Podcasts are great, but that's Apple's media, right? What about, what about literally basically everything? Email is the only thing we got left, y'all. It is the only thing that we can actually own anymore, right? So the email newsletter, why email? Because it's not dead. Slack was supposed to kill it. Social was supposed to kill it. Millennials were going to kill it. Millennials all went and got jobs, and they got email addresses too. It's actually less distracting and more engaging than social. It's more intimate. It's made for mobile. It's push, not pull. Everybody knows how to do it. And again, you own the data. So I've been saying this for the last 18 to 24 months. The next big thing in marketing is email. Email. And it's cool because the world has started to take notice, right? The Hustle. Company that a buddy of mine, Sam Parr, started. Simple daily email newsletter. Started getting a lot of press. People like, ooh, these newsletters are kind of a thing. When the Skim launched and their only product was an email newsletter, people made fun of it. Morning Brew recently sold to Business Insider for a metric butt ton of money. What was their product? Email newsletters. Yeah, but those are all consumer. I'm more B2B. That's fine. So is CB Insights. And they've got one of the best email newsletters I've ever read. Their subject lines are outstanding. And my buddy, David Cancel, CEO and founder of Drift, has a newsletter as well. All right? And if you're thinking, that sounds great, I don't know that I want to create it, right? I don't know if I want to create it. That's fine. Buy it. Acquire one. That's what HubSpot did. HubSpot, did you see this? Bought the Hustle. HubSpot acquired the Hustle. Software companies, e-commerce companies are snapping up media properties left and right. Now, if you're thinking that's fine, but I'm not HubSpot, you might want to go to Roland Fraser's session on micro M&A. Micro M&A for growth. Roland in 30 minutes is going to give you a business school level lesson on how to acquire companies for little or no money out of pocket. So email newsletters, it is a great place to start. Next level up from that is the free community. It's better, right? Why? Again, it allows you to kind of create the place. It's the ideal bundle with an email newsletter. If you got an email newsletter, it's very simple to say, and here's our community over here. The best time, frankly, to get signups, if you do events like these, say, this is great, let's keep it going, join our community. Right? And there's lots of available platforms, Facebook groups, Slack channels, Discourse and Discord, WeChat, Telegram, lots of amazing, amazing free opportunities. I still believe that the single best decision that we made at Digital Marketer years ago was launching a Facebook group. This is what built the Digital Marketer brand, was the decision to go in early on community. It's easily the best decision that we made. While I think free communities are good, I think paid communities are even better though. Paid communities, why? Why? Because we value the things that we pay for. We value things we pay for. It's an ideal upsell from a newsletter. There's way less competition, believe it or not, than just having yet another Facebook group, because it requires a little bit of effort. And again, it allows you to truly own the place. We figured this out by accident. So we launched a new company. We launched a new brand called The Scalable Company. It's scalable.co. And we were going to launch with an email newsletter. Get the memo. We're going to do what I said. Let's start with an email newsletter, but then we were also going to have a paid community called Insider. We've since changed the name to The Collective. So we launched the website. We launched the website, and what was supposed to be on the site when we launched it was this page here, but it was supposed to be a coming soon page. Instead, a little bit of confusion with the team, we launched our internal paid community. Problem was, it didn't technically exist yet. All right? Wasn't supposed to be there, but check out what happened. We had a 9.7% conversion rate. Nearly 10% of the people who opted in for our email newsletter upgraded to join our paid community. And it didn't exist yet. We might have had to give a few refunds. All right? We're thinking this works. This works. And apparently, it's a thing. This concept of a paid newsletter has been around for a while. Stratechery, there's a website that is blown up. How many of y'all have heard of Substack? Substack. All they do is make it easy to launch a paid newsletter. They raised $15.3 million from Andreessen Horowitz. And while I believe that paid newsletters are great, I think paid communities are even better. When all this has happened, I'm thinking to myself, where have I seen this before? This feels familiar. This feels like a thing. It's the same model that pesky Bezos guy did too. Amazon Prime. When you're thinking about a paid community, don't think about the community in terms of the revenue that it's going to generate. Think about it more like Prime. It's not about the money that it makes. It's about the commitment that it brings. How many Prime members we got in the house? All of you. Everybody. And it's why we go back. I think the biggest opportunity that we have right now as marketers, if we want to own media, build the Amazon Prime for your niche. Create the Amazon Prime for your niche. I want to give a shout out. They're not sponsors. They didn't pay for this, but this is the tool that we're using, circle.so. It's the tool that we're using. I know everybody's like, what are you using for doing that one? Circle.so. You're welcome for the shout out. Sponsor TNC next year, jerk faces. Just kidding. Love them. They're great. They're great. They're great. I've got friends that are investors in the company. It really is great. This is the tool that we're using. I think that this is where things are headed. And if you really want a roadmap for what does it look like to build community, to build fans, my buddy Pat Flynn is going to be back on this stage on Wednesday talking about how to do just that. You're not going to want to miss that session. So just to recap, own the message, own the data, own the media. But y'all, let's not forget the most fundamental principle in all of marketing, because this still hasn't changed. I said it last year, I said it the year before, and I'm going to say it year after year, because the one thing that I truly believe will not change is that the need to generate traffic and the need to convert that traffic into revenue will always be essential. And again, that's why I said it last year, the year before, and I'm going to say it again right now. That's why you've come to the right place. So welcome to Traffic and Conversion Summit.